tax incentives for the producers of these materials.
The ministry said that you will issue the total number of jobs that the industry is set to produce. How comes right now you make a petition to the this level? How much say that the industry will be set at which the ministry will go to that point and promise to give us a more solid number by this time. How come you make a petition?
You see, the number of jobs can only be provided by the industry, not by ourselves. But if you look at the statistic they are quoting direct and indirect jobs. But looking at the direct jobs, it's not possible those are the numbers. I don't think that it's an accurate figure. And we shall be working together with them to establish the actual numbers that are involved here. But on the flip side, look at the number of rural jobs we'll be creating by supporting women to produce kiondos. Just look at those numbers, very high and very well spread.
My question is on the enforcement part of it. Because many people use these plastic bags, people living below the $1 per day. Will it not create another cartel of siphoning money from wananchi in the name of attempting to arrest, then solicit funds? Or what are you putting in place to make sure those who are caught in possession of those plastic bags face the direct due course of law?
We are looking at enforcement at two levels. The first level is to limit the source by making sure that the production at source is drastically minimized. That will, of course, make it unavailable for the population. The second one is the actual policing, which now is an area we are working with the county government to enforce. And the county government work closely with us, so they'll have a schedule of what exactly is banned, and they'll be able to use their local understanding to make sure that the right enforcement is put in place and not where people are blackmailed or are harassed for no reason.
And on alternatives, have you identified specific alternatives? And then to what extent are they of the environmental benefit? Specific alternatives for plastic.
Tomorrow, we shall be having an exhibition of alternatives. We already have 40 manufacturers who will be there tomorrow to exhibit to Kenyans the alternative packaging materials that we're going to have. And these have gone through a thorough vetting by the National Environment Management Authority to look at the environmental impact, the environmental consideration in approving this. And these have already been vetted, and only the eligible ones have been approved for exhibition. Those are the ones that are going to be licensed for distribution across the country.
My name is Karen. I'm interested to know what level of education is probably so far for the rural people, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who do not have information over this. So have you made efforts to let them know of that? And also for, I could say, the Kidogo economy, there's people from the slums who also cannot afford the alternative that you've mentioned, because it will come at a price. Is there a substitute, or is there a way that you're also considering them inside the plan?
In terms of awareness, we have enlisted the use of the vernacular radio stations to spread the word. And by you coming here, this is also a way of reaching a wider public. The ministry recently established a strong department for education for sustainable development, which is currently developing a scheme for education of the public, not only on plastic, but on entire solid waste management. So the awareness, we know, is a gap, but we have upped our game. And if you've been seeing the social media over the last 1 week, the print, and the electronic media, you can already see the level of awareness we are trying to create. And we are prepared to do this over the next 1 year.
There's also on social media, there are two images circulating on could be possible alternatives over the same, a kiondo and a sack for men. So is that some of the alternatives we are considering?
Maybe I need to look at that specifically. But I know we have covered a lot of alternatives in the social media. But bags, you know, is for carrier bags, depending on who is using. It's a choice.
I have a question or a clarification. So the primary packaging, does it extend to method? He said most people use $100. So some people buy oil in paper bags, they buy soap, they buy sugar, the mama mboga use kumawiki. So does it extend to this? And if it doesn't, what alternatives are we trying to ask them?
We have a wide range of alternatives. And our interest is to make sure that they are affordable to the rural poor. And at the same time, in terms of food packaging at the source, at the industry level, we expect that they be labeled to know who is manufacturing this and to what user, who is the user of that product. But by and large, we'll strive to ensure that these are, the ones that we are going to license are also affordable to a larger population of Kenyans.
Je, kuna uwezekano kwamba utekelezwaji wa sheria hii inaweza kusitishwa? Swali la kwanza. Swali la pili, wanaotengeneza makaratasi haya plastiki na anayetumia, mna mipango gani kuhakikisha kwamba wanaotengeneza kwanza wanakuwa kwanza kuzuiliwa kabla imfikie mwananchi? Tatu na mwisho, sheria hii inaanza kutekelezwa mijini ama ni kote nchini? Naomba kwa Kiswahili tafadhali.
Kwanza, azimio hili la kupiga marufuku utumiaji wa plastiki, ningependa kusema kwamba kama wizara, kama serikali, hatuna nia ya kuongeza masiku ama kuondoa. Tuko tayari kutekeleza itikadi hii. Jambo la pili ni kwamba wale ambao wanatengeneza, wale ambao wako na viwanda vya kutengeneza plastiki, tungependa kusema kwamba wao ndio target yetu ya kwanza, kuhakikisha kwamba hawataweza kutoa ama kutengeneza plastiki ambayo tumepiga marufuku. Kabla haijafikia sasa mwananchi, tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba kutoka kiwanda hakuna hiyo plastiki. Kama hakuna hapo, hata huku itapungua. Kote nchini.
My name is Patrick from Citizen Television. Sorry for coming late. But you've indicated
All right, so that's Charles Sunkuli, who's the Principal Secretary at the State Department of Environment, just giving a brief about that deadline. The 28th of August is the deadline. We just have about maybe 5 days to go until that ban on plastic bags take effect. He says that there are about 40 manufacturers who will be exhibiting alternative methods that Kenyans can use to package their goods. But he says that that 28th deadline still remains and is going to be taking effect that day. Really, Kenya is still just following footsteps of the likes of Rwanda, Tanzania, Mauritania, Morocco, Eritrea, and therefore in just 5 days it will be illegal to carry or use a plastic paper bag. A very interesting and very important conversation that has been ongoing in the country for the last couple of days. All right, so we want now to just cross over to my colleague Carol Derry. Remember, like I mentioned, she is in Isiolo following very closely with the swearing-in endorsement ceremony, the last one of Mohamed Kuti, who's the Isiolo governor-elect. Carol, thank you very much for joining us. Maybe you could just talk to us about what's happening so far. Has that ceremony begun?
What we expect that the SRC should discuss with the Commission and come up with something that does not significantly